Hey everyone, Linda here. Welcome back to AdoreR. Hope everyone's having a good day today and staying safe out there. Coming back at you today with another video. I'm doing my book haul today. Of all the books, when I did my wrap up, I read quite a few books that I really enjoyed, and they're going to be keepers. So, you know, I had to go and do it. Yeah, I went and bought them. So let's get started. First up, first I want to mention these books right here because this is my TBR still sitting here on this desk. My TBR from August, I think. Never read anything yet. Like I said, I was reading on 2 books. I never did finish them. They're downstairs in my bedroom that I need to read. Yeah. But I don't know if they're going to get read in October because I'm going to do my October nocturnal read. I'll have a little video on there, show you what I'm reading. I got some more Harlequin nocturnals. They discontinued the line, so every October I will be reading some nocturnal as a tribute to the Harlequin nocturnal line, but we'll get into that later. So let's get started with this haul. First up, I did it. I went and bought Mr. Spencer. This is the first book I ever read by T.L. Swan, and this book is what started me on the downward spiral of reading T.L. Swan books. I haven't read them all, but I read most of them. I can say I'm halfway through all of her books. So I had to get this. I really enjoyed this one. I'm not going to go over anything because I went over it yesterday in my wrap up. But here you go. It's Mr. Spencer T.L. Swan. I really love this book. I gave it a 4.5. I think I either gave it 4 stars or 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. If you have, and her books are thick. I forgot to mention that yesterday. She writes some thick books, but it don't seem like it at the time because look, I flew right through this book. How many pages is in here? Let's see here. This book is 530. Can you believe it? 533 pages. Yeah. Well, 534. Yeah, this is a pretty big. But I read this on my Kindle because I read it off. Her books are free on Kindle. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can read it for free. So that's what some of her books are free and some of them are not. I think this one was free. And I read this and I was like, I gotta have it. So there you go. Mr. Spencer. Got that. Next, all of these books right here are going to be T.L. Swan, most of them. I think I got about 4 of her books. I bought 4. Next, I got Junkie. Love this cover. I love all her covers. Look at here. These covers are beautiful. I know. Look at her. And this is Junkie. I mentioned that I love this one too. I gave this 4 stars. And let me see how many pages this is. Let's see here. If you want a synopsis of this, just look at my video that I posted up yesterday, and I'll let you know what I thought about this. This is 406 pages. Really enjoyed it. Highly recommend it. There you go. Next, I have the other 2 books. These are the last 2 I got by T.L. Swan. I mentioned I got the Stopover. This is book number 1 in the Miles High Club series. The Stopover by T.L. Swan. And this is the second book in the series. This is the Takeover. This is book number 2. And see, this is what I'm talking about. When you got a series, at least let the covers be almost like the same. They're in business suits. Let the rest of them be in business suits. Don't start something and then halfway and then you switch up covers. Come on now. Okay, that's my rant on that. On the cover situation. The Stopover and the Takeover. And I was looking at this. See this right here? I was like, what is this right here? I kind of want to order this book again just because of this. I don't know what this is, but every time I look at it, it be working my nerves. I don't know what that is. And I was like, if I order this book again, is the end still going to be like this? And then I just throw away money just to get another book just like this? I don't know. I got to tell myself, don't look at it. You'll be all right. So those are all my T.L. Swan books. Next, I got Scot, the historical. All of these are, all the T.L. Swan books are contemporary. Then I got Reckless Need by Scot. This is book number 3 in the Heart's Temptation. I think it's two or three more books I want to get out of that series. But I got this. I didn't know it was this small. It seemed like it was longer than that to me. The story was so involving. I thought it was longer than that. I got this little book. I was like, this it? Let me see how many pages in here. 213 pages. Yep, it stopped at that was the story in 213 pages. I was like, that was it. The story was so good. I thought this was a longer story, but she told all she wanted to tell in this story. But I really enjoyed it. Had to recommend Scot, Reckless Need. And look at that cover, beautiful. Loved it. If you're a historical reader, go check out Scot. Now her books are steamy, so if you don't like hot and steaminess in your books, then she might not. And same with T.L. Swan. If you don't like any of that in your books, if you don't like if you like your couple romantic scenes to be fade to black, then these authors are not for you. So there you go. I really enjoyed this. Reckless Need, I gave this 4.5 stars. Next up I have, I think I mentioned Jim Sivad when I know I really enjoyed her books, but I never did buy them. So when I did the historical recommendation for authors and I remember Jim Sivad, I was like, let me go back and buy those books that I enjoyed. So the first book in the series, this is book number 1 in the Eclipse Heart series. This is the Journal of Lucy Quince. And this is Quincy Woman. I gave this a high 3.5 star, but I really enjoyed the story, and I did want to keep reading the story. So I did buy book 2. I enjoyed book 2 more than I enjoyed book 1, but this caught my interest so much that I did read book 2. And this is set in the what is that? I'll read a little bit of this since I didn't go over this in my wrap up. Fresh from the post-Civil War saloons and drawing rooms of Boston, Lucille McKenna considered herself a sophisticated young woman. But when she meets Texas Ranger Ambrose Quince, she turns into a flustered girl. He's too old, war-roughened, and unrefined, and she has no idea how to deal with the way he makes her feel. So Ambrose sees Lucille on the streets, and he falls in love with her right away. It was instant love for him, and he knew he wanted her, and he did all he could to get her, and they end up getting married because she's not used to all this, he's in the West and she's not used to all that. Parents have money or whatever. She's like a debutante or something, and she just visited in Texas, and her parents have money, so she not used to all this Western stuff, and that was gonna be their problem, her trying to get used to living in the West and stuff like that. I don't remember it that much, but because it was a long time ago when I read this, but I did enjoy it, and I was like, let me go and get this. So I picked it up, Quincy's Woman. If you want to read a nice historical, I don't think the adult content is too over the top in here. I can't remember, but I don't think it is. But it's Quince Woman, the Journal of Lucy Quince. And then this is the second book on the same couple. This is how many pages was in here? But this writing is really big, so that's probably why it's got 200 and some pages, because when you get big writing like that, it take up a lot of pages. So, and if you like big writing, there you go. Got a lot of big writing in here, and it was 200 and how many pages in here? Let's see here. It's 319 pages. And this is book 2 in the Eclipse Heart series, Intimate Strangers. Like I said, this is on the same couple, and I enjoyed this more than I enjoyed the first book. I gave this one 4.5 stars because when it starts in this book, what is her name? Lucille. You're gonna find out that Lucille has been kidnapped, and she got kidnapped, and I think she's been gone for over a year or something or whatever. But Then she come back because I think she kind of lost her memory or something. And I don't know if she escaped. I forgot how she got away from the Indian. I think she got kidnapped by some Indians or whatever. But when she come back and her personality has totally changed or whatever. But I enjoyed this a lot more than I enjoyed the first one. I gave this one 4.5 stars. And this is Intimate Strangers, book number 2 in the Eclipse Heart series. And then I don't know what book this is. Maybe this is book 3. Let me see here. Oh, let me see how many pages is in this book here. And this also has some big writing in it. Also, let's see how many pages this is. This 448 pages. And let me see, did it have, let's see here. Nope, it don't have. I was looking to see, did it have the list of books in here. Maybe I can tell you what book this is in the series, but I can't remember what book this is in the series. Let me look in here. Nope, it don't have it in here. I don't know what book this is in the series, but maybe it's not in the Eclipse series. Maybe this is in the, yep, it's in the Eclipse series. Don't say, but it just say on here, McCallister Bounty Hunter. So he's the brother to the other book that I mentioned in my wrap up. I can't think of what the name of it, but he's a bounty hunter. And I think a teacher and her students going to get kidnapped, and he's going to go and try to find them or help them or something like that. I can't remember what it is. But this is Wolf's Tender, and he's half Indian. Wolf's Tender, and this is by Jim Sivad. I'll read a little bit of this. Miss Naomi Parker, deportment instructor at the Sparrow Creek Young Ladies Academy, can't forgive herself for hiding during an outlaw attack. When the local sheriff refuses to pursue the gang of renegades who kidnap her students, she decides to rescue the girls herself, but she needs the help of best tracker in the territory, half Kiowa bounty hunter Charlie Wolf McCallister. Oh, so she hired him. It's been a while since I read this. So she's going to hire him to go after the girls. Her students got kidnapped. I really enjoyed it. This one had quite a bit of sexual content in it, so beware. And this is McCallister Bounty Hunters, Wolf Tender, Jim Sivad. But I think all of these are in the Eclipse series. I think so. But if not, you can check it out and find if you want to check these books out. So I got those 3. And I got 3 more here. I picked up Laura Griffin. I think I mentioned on my channel before that I like Laura Griffin. She writes romantic suspense. I picked up the Texas Murder File. I don't know what. This might be book 1. I'm not for sure. But I don't read these books in order. And it don't bother me. And this is Hidden. I'll read a little bit of this. When a woman is found brutally murdered on Austin Lakeside Hike and Bike Trail, investigative reporter Bailey Rhodes turns up on the scene demanding access and answers. She tries to pry information out of the lead detective, Jacob Merrick, but this case is unlike any he's ever seen and nothing adds up. With the pressure building, Jacob knows the last thing he needs is a romantic entanglement, but he can't convince himself to stay away from Bailey. So that sounded good. And I like Laura Griffin. I highly recommend her as a romantic suspense author. I really enjoy her books. And this is a new series. I think the other series was on, they were like working at a crime lab. The other series that she wrote, I can't think of what it was, but I guess this is a new series for her because this just said the Texas Murder File. So, and I love this cover. Look at that cover. I was like, let me check this out. And how many pages it got in here? Oh, I got a picture of the author. That's Laura Griffin. And it got, let's see here, 342 pages. Let's see, it might have some in here, let you know what. Oh, that's I've read quite a few of the tracker. She got the tracker series, and I've read quite a few of that those books. I think I read Desperate Girls in the Wolf Security series. I didn't read the second book. I didn't like the Wolf Security series too much. I haven't read anything from the Alpha Crew here. Then you got the Glass Slipper Sister. I haven't read anything from that. I haven't read anything from the Borderline series either. Yep, this is book number 1. There it is down there. The Texas Murder File. Book number 1 is Hidden. Hopefully this will be good. I hope so. Next, I got another book by Kerrigan, All Scot and Bothered. Just got this in the mail, ain't been too long ago. Let's see how many pages. Let's see, there's a picture of her in the back here. Oh, yes it is. Look like they've started putting pictures of the authors in the back of the book again. So there she is. Really enjoy her historicals. If you haven't tried any of her historical, check it out. She's an excellent writer. This book got 403 pages. And I'll read a little bit of this. He is the first and foremost at everything. A man who's made his own way in the world through ruthless cunning and sheer force of will. A strong and imposing Scot who can turn on the charm but does not suffer fools. His title, Lord Chief Justice of the High Court. His name, Cassius Gerard Ramsay. His mission, to investigate the going on at London's most notorious gambling hell, owned and operated by one of the most intriguing and desirable women he's ever met. So that sounds interesting. So can't wait to give that a try. And I love this cover. I love the colors. And next I have Primrose. One of you out there mentioned this. I don't know, was it on Instagram or I can't remember, but you mentioned that you wanted to read Primrose, and I was like, let me read the synopsis of it and maybe I'll get it too. And I did, and I was like, here it is. Yep, you contributing to my downfall here. Purchasing books, but I was like, let me try it out because I like Deborah Camp, and I got this from Thrift Books. And it's in great condition. The spine haven't even been cracked. It looked like a new book. Somebody must have had it and never read it. Let me read a little bit of this. Riverboat gambler Grady Adams had a choice. Marry Zaina Hathaway or hang. He was an innocent man on his way to the gallows. She a lovely widow in need of a husband to protect her from a ruthless brother-in-law who was after both her and her ranch. Grady was in no position to argue with Zaina's proposal, a marriage in name only. Soon their unorthodox arrangement was threatened by a passion Zaina never experienced. Sorry about that, my camera went out. Despite her best intentions, she was drawn to this man with the shady past whose tender kisses could prove her undoing. So that sounded great. So I was like, let me pick this up. And this is Primrose by Deborah Camp. Let's see when this was written. Oh. I don't know. Penelope Williamson got a book in here. I might have to go find out. I like Penelope Williamson. Beloved Rogue. I might have to check that out. When I come back with another book haul, I'll probably have Beloved Rogue. I'm going to look that up right when I get through filming this. If you can see it right there. Beloved Rogue by Penelope Williamson. I like her writing. I like Penelope Williamson. This was written in 1988. So this is from 1988. Let's see. We got a picture back here. No picture. And this is 376 pages. I hope it's good. But I like Deborah Camp, so I'm going to give her a try and check it out. And this is Primrose. So that's all I got. Oh, I had one more thing I wanted to show you here. I ordered me a book sleeve here. I want to show it to you. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. And I got this from, she's on Instagram. If you want to check out her book sleeve, I want to get this one too. In her, she got an Etsy shop. It's called Dreaming of Celie. Yeah, Dreaming of Celie. And this is her Etsy information right there. And then here's her Instagram information. Dreaming of Celie. And I was like, I wonder, is this from The Color Purple? I think this is from The Color Purple. I think that's where she getting this name from. Dreaming of Celie. Because I think the characters in The Color Purple, her name was Celie. But yeah. If you want to check out her Etsy shop and her Instagram page, there's her information right there. Dreaming of Celie. There you go. And I loved it. I ordered another one of these, but the color in the back is darker. And I ordered a smaller size because I wanted to have one for my mass market books here. I don't think it's going to be, I did this myself here. But I don't, hers probably be bigger than this because she said it can fit your iPad. I guess the small iPad, but my iPad can't fit in here. I made this just for these mass market books here. I like the little small ones. Let me see, can I get it in here? Yeah. It's a tight fit, but I like it to fit tight. But when it comes in, I'll show it to you. But I ordered another one for her, from her, but it's going to be smaller. It's going to be for the mass market one, and my small iPad. I think it'll fit that. But that's all I have for now. I wanted to show you my little book sleeve here. Love it. And my little book haul there. So that's all I got for now. I'm going to come back with another video. I need to do the, I never did do the video on the Harlequin historical authors that I want to recommend. I want to do that video. I'm going to come back and do my October nocturnal video. If any of you like reading nocturnals, we can all read nocturnals together in October this month. We can read some nocturnals. The first two books that I read in the nocturnal line, category line, I think I read book 1 and 2. I think I told you I wanted to read book 1 and 2 of that. Didn't neither one of those books do anything for me. I was like, okay, it got to get better. It got to get better than this. So I'm just going to keep reading until I find me something that I want to keep and that I can call keepers. But them first two, no. So I got to come back with that video, and it was another video that I want to do too. And I got my reveal book box, so I'm going to come back and do a video on that. But that's all I have for now. Keep reading those romances, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.